It is an 11-point Boston Celtic lead, their biggest of the sixth game.
The last series could have been a very big one for the Boston Celtics. Sober's missing an easy layup, and the Suns giving 3 opportunities to the Celtics to score.
Hurd came back for the basket. 8:44 left in the third. Sobers with the board. Adams took it up over Silas and cut that lead. It is now 46-39. Celtics by 7. 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Here's Charlie Scott. Dave Cowens with control.
Dave Cowens with another great offensive rebound. He just went right over the top of Alvin Adams and Gar Hurd without committing the foul. Great offensive tip-in.
Hook shot. Adams with a miss. Curtis Perry touched the ball. And there's a loose ball. Foul is the call.
Here's the last play. Charlie Scott throws a hook shot up. Dave Cowens straight up in the air over his men, tipping it in with the left hand.
John Havlicek picking up his second foul as he backed into Curtis Perry in that battle for control. Sobers waiting for Adams to break, but Cowens stuck with him. West ball inside. Pretty move. Got inside that key area. It's 48-41 as Westball again has brought the Suns to within 7 points. Look at Silas go for that rebound. And there's a loose ball foul. He went with it with too much aggression. That's his third foul. Silas with 3.
There's the replay. Here he comes right in. A little bit with the body is what the foul was called. Was not with the arms. His body just carried into Ricky Sobers.
Suns with a chance to cut the lead. It's 48-41 and 7 minutes to go in the third. Gar Hurd jump shot against Cowens. White was cut off by Sobers. Takes it back from Silas. And Paul gets open, rolling away.
Great give and go play there. Paul Silas set the screen, went to the basket. The ball was moved to Havlicek, who caught Silas going to the hoop.
Cowens came out and hit Adams. The crowd wanted the 4th foul. Curtis Perry. 50-43. Program reminder, 2 weeks. We've got the Pro Bowlers Association National Championship from Seattle.
Now he's carrying the ball that time by Joe Girardi as he made his move to the basket. Another turnover from the Boston Celtics will give the Phoenix Suns an opportunity with possession to cut that lead down to 5 points to get them back into this basketball game.
Pushing ahead, Monte. Back to BD.
Pass goes to Andre Miller, right baseline. In traffic, tries to score on a reverse. He does. Count the basket.
Pick and roll to Tim. And the dunk. rush it to forecourt. Nash to Stoudemire for the jam. That is some vintage Phoenix Suns basketball.
Rick and Mindy, guess who she wants to win?
Well, I tell you what, they're grooming them young here in Phoenix. There's a cute little gal.
Potential season ticket buyer for Jerry Colangelo and the Suns, and they've sold a few with the season they've turned in for next year. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go in quarter number 3. It's a 7-point Boston Celtic lead. Charlie Scott with 16, Cowens with 14. Sobers got inside, and Cowens rolled back. He has been a fantastic force at both ends. Here's Curtis Perry on the steal. Cowens and Havlicek. Curtis Perry. It's 50-45. They're coming alive in Phoenix.
Those are the kind of plays that really bring the crowd to their feet. Curtis Perry made a great anticipation move there. Took it down the court under pressure for the basket.
The crowd has turned it up about 2 decibels all of a sudden. Havlicek. Gar Hurd battling Silas and Perry, and the foul was called. It is a loose ball foul. It's going to be against Gar Hurd. His second.
Let's watch his last play right there. Curtis Perry intercepting the pass, taking it up the floor with pressure from both Havlicek and also Cowens. Good fake to avoid Havlicek reaching in to steal the ball. Gar Hurd called for the offensive, for the rebounding foul down here.
Dick Van Arsdale checks in. On the team side, 2 team fouls against the Celtics and 1 against the Suns. With 5:35 to go, Ricky Sobers takes a rest. Celtics with that 5-point lead. They were once up by 11. Havlicek threw it up off that glass, and here come the Suns. Havlicek comes over on the double team. Van Arsdale wheels to Hurd. Hurd starts his drive on Dave Cowens, and there was a foul called on Cowens, and that's number 4.
Now that's a smart move by Gar Hurd. They have not been taking advantage of having Silas and also Cowens in foul trouble. He looked like he was going to shoot the ball, put it on the floor to make the move to the basket, and that's the way you draw fouls against the defensive man. You force him to play tough defense.
And Rick, just as you say that, Don Nelson gets up. He will check in for Tommy Heinsohn. Westfall cut off, turns the other way on Cowens. Battle, here's Scott, White. White against Van Arsdale. Scott, pull up by JoJo. Hurd and Scott underneath. Charlie has it battled away by Curtis Perry.
Well, the Suns are very fortunate there. An excellent opportunity for the Celtics. JoJo White probably feeling those 60 minutes of play from the other day. He has not shot the ball well here this afternoon.
Don Nelson in, Scott out. Havlicek plays guard. 4:55 to go in the third. 50-45 Celtics.
Surprised Cowens is staying in.
Cowens playing with 4 fouls. Picks and Westfall comes through it. Havlicek. Hondo. And Paul Silas got inside position as he does so very often. It's 52-45, a 7-point Celtic lead.
They got to run an investigation on how he gets in there so often.
Westfall started his move toward the basket, and JoJo White was called for the personal. Neither team in the penalty. 4 against the Celtics, 1 against the Suns. Suns will have it on the side right in front of the Celtic bench.
They should try to take advantage of those 4 fouls on the Celtics by going inside, something they didn't do in the second quarter, as Mendy pointed out.
Adams outside. 52-47. It's a 5-point Celtic lead. Van Arsdale, Westfall in the Suns' backcourt. Hurd, Adams, Perry up front. Three-second violation. There's Dick Van Arsdale's wife, Barbara. Hi, Barbara. How you doing? And his brother, Tom, is sitting here watching with his wife. Van Arsdale's live in the Phoenix area. Suns trail at 52-47. You can hear the crowd in the background. They will explode if they can put one down here. Westfall.
And Tom Heinsohn is going to call timeout for it to regroup his Boston Celtics. They had a commanding 11-point lead. They've let it slip away now. Down to 3 points as the Phoenix Suns will not be denied. No matter what the circumstances, they hang tough, they run their offense, they get back in it.
We're looking at Diane Wetzel, the wife of John Wetzel of the Phoenix Suns. Quentin, Rick, it seems to me that the Boston offense has sort of backed off of the running game and going into a pattern type which has put them not on the scoreboard. They've got to get a lot more offensive-minded.
A foul is going to go against the Celtics. Don Nelson was backing in on that side. That's his first foul, 3:42. And if you want to hear an explosion, wait until the one that's going to erupt in Phoenix if the Suns now pull to within 1 point. Alvin Adams went down.
It's going to be another offensive foul, I think, on Don Nelson. He just crashed right into Alvin Adams. He set a screen. That's exactly what it is. And that'll be a bonus situation for the Phoenix Suns. So Don Nelson comes in the ball game, picks up 2 quick fouls.
Celtics, as Rick and Mindy have pointed out, over the limit. The battle of the centers. Alvin Adams, one of the future stars of the NBA. Did he ever arrive this season? When you consider he would have been a senior at Oklahoma if he had used up his college eligibility. One of the more mature young men I have ever been around. Nothing ever seems to bother him. He is playing a man who possesses perhaps the most desire of any player in the NBA, Dave Cowens, and he's played him extremely well.
Well, I'm sure that there are none who have any greater desire than Dave Cowens. He'll take a back seat to no one.
It's 2-point lead, 52-50. Silas back to White. Gar Hurd right with him, and White came up inside. How did he get control on that shot?
I'll tell you what, he shot that with his left hand, an underhand, one-hand scoop shot with the left hand flying through the air. Sometimes you got to be lucky rather than good.
4-point Celtic lead. 2:55 to go in the third, and as Perry cut back inside, the ball was knocked away.
That was a good call there. The ball went off of Curtis's face. Here's the shot going to come up by JoJo. Now watch, he gets a lot of pressure here. Fakes, goes underneath, throws it up with the left hand off the board. That's skill for body control. A little luck on the shot.
Nelson gave it up and traveled. He took an extra step as he was passing the ball back. His first idea was to shoot it, was cut off. Wanted to pass it back to Havlicek.
And that's 3 turnovers that Don Nelson has called. 2 fouls. Now the walk.
Alvin Adams, 54-52, and Heinsohn is bitterly complaining that Alvin took an extra step before he released the trigger. Nate Hawthorne will come back in. 2:17, third quarter, game 6. Suns have to have it. Over to JoJo White. Came up against the shot clock. Gar Hurd with possession. Tommy Heinsohn is up, and the Suns with an opportunity to tie it. Nelson comes with Adams. Havlicek goes in behind him to go with Westfall. Adams up. Adams control inside. It's 54 all. Tommy Heinsohn will send Steve Kaversky back in the game as he goes to his bench. Lob to Cowens. Rolling left-handed hook off the iron, and here comes Alvin Adams with the ball on the floor for the Suns. Phoenix can go ahead. Dick Van Arsdale comes up. Cowens out. Off iron. Silas took it down. Alvin Adams was trying to regain control. Celtics right back on. And Paul Westfall and JoJo White came together. And it's all against Westfall, his second foul.
Let's watch Alvin Adams come up here now, take the jump shot. Now watch, he'll hit the floor. He sees he's missing. He starts to come back in. Nobody boxed the ball. Picks off the offensive rebound, puts it in. Something the Suns have not gotten a lot of. And when you give those second opportunities, you said it all series long, those are the type of opportunities that in the long run can really cause problems for you. You just can't give second and third shots.
Don Nelson and Alvin Adams both are out of the game. Dennis Autry will take Cowens right now, trying to cut off the passing lane. White with control, came back up with a shot. Celtics up 56-54, inside of a minute to go in quarter number 3.
So JoJo White, who has not scored a lot of points, come up with 2 big baskets for the Celtics in this Suns surge.
Perry to Van Arsdale, and Charlie Scott will come back in. Sobers, 56 all, 34 seconds left in quarter number 3.